Welcome back to my YouTube channel. This time I want to solve question from mathematics paper 1 called the quadratic function. So you always find this question in paper 1 and here it's on question 22, but sometimes they do change that. So we need to know how to solve this quadratic function. Now before we get into details, like the video, share and subscribe so that you become the first person to be notified that there's a new video posted by me. Okay, solving this type of question is quite easy as well as tricky. So let's read the question. We see the diagram below shows the graph y is equals to negative x plus 2 close the bracket, then x minus 5 close the bracket. The graph cuts the x-axis at A and B. So this graph is cutting the x-axis at the point A and the point B. Okay, the question is find the coordinates of the points A and B. Find the coordinates of the point A and B. Now you need to know what really are they asking you to find there. First of all, on quadratic functions, you really need to know these two things. You need to know what is called the x-axis and also need to know the y-axis. The x-axis is the point at which the curve cuts the x-axis. The x-axis is the point at which this curve is cutting the x-axis. The x-axis is the one which is horizontal there. Then the y-axis is the point at which this curve is cutting the y-axis. So in this case it will be there. Now on the x-axis, the value of y is equals to 0. We do not have the value of y in the x-axis. Therefore on the x-axis, y is equals to 0, which is also called the x-intercept. Now in the y-axis, x is equals to 0. So this is called the y-intercept, and this is called the x-intercept. So in the x-intercept, the value of y is equals to 0. So in this case, they want us to find the coordinates of the x-intercept, the point at which this curve is cutting the x-axis. Okay. Now there are two methods which you can use to find this. There is the quadratic equation or the quadratic formula, or maybe factorization method. So now in this case, considering this question here, it has been made easier for us. It has already been factorized. This has already been factorized. The function has already been factorized. Y is equals to negative x plus 2. Then we have x minus 5. This has already been factorized. So all we need to do is a quadratic function is always equals to 0. So where there is y, we need to put 0. So this is 0 is equals to negative x plus 2, negative x plus 2 and the x minus 5, which is equals to 0. Then you need to solve these separately, one by one. So you say 0 is equals to negative x plus 2, or 0 is equals to x minus 5. You round off, you group the like terms, so 2 and the x are like terms. I mean the 2 and the 0. So the 2 goes there, you leave x alone. So this becomes 0. Whenever a number crosses the equal sign, it becomes the additive inverse, or the opposite of the positive, which is a minus 2, is equals to negative x, which you have 0 minus 2, we're getting minus 2 is equals to negative x. We never had negative letters, so we have to divide by a negative for you to get rid of the negative on the letter. So we have negative, negative goes, we have x is equals to 2. Finish the other side, or so group like terms again. Negative 5 and 0 are like terms, so 0, 5 comes this side, becomes the the positive. So plus 5 is equals to x. which is x is equals to 0 plus 5, giving us a 5. We have two values here, x is equals to 2 and x is equals to 5. Now, between these 2 points, A and B, which one can get the 2, which one will get the 5? Using reasoning, we're going to find out that the first one, A, would get the smallest number, because these numbers starting from 0 are increasing. So it will not make sense you write 5 there, then there I'll write 2. See that, eh? So the numbers are increasing from 0 going this side. So at the point A, the x is equals to 2. Then at point B, x is equals to 5. Now, the question did not only ask us to find the values of x. The question is the coordinates of the points A and B. When writing coordinates, they are always written in form of x, y. Meaning write the value of x first, then the value of y second. So now in this case, at the point A, the value of x we said is 2, and the value of x we said is 2, then the value of y, this is the x-intercept. And in the x-intercept, I said the value of y is 0. So 2, 0, that's point A. Then for point B, the value of x we had found is 5, the value of y again in the x-intercept is 0. So that is those are the 2 points or the coordinates of A and B. Question A, we are done. We have found the coordinates of point A and B. We go to question B. We find the maximum value of y. The maximum value of y is also called the y coordinate of the turning point. So okay, how can we find the maximum value of y, or the y coordinate of the turning point? Meaning this point here, this is the maximum. Now we want the value of y, which you don't have that side. So we need to calculate it. Now, for us to find the maximum value of y, we first have to write the formula. There are two ways of finding the maximum value of y, either by using the formula, or you find the x first, then you substitute it throughout the equation. So find the x, then you substitute it throughout the equation. And that way you can find the value of y. So now, the formula, okay, so for question B, they want us to find the maximum value of y. So what is the maximum value of y? What formula do we use when finding the maximum value of y? The maximum value of y is the same as the y coordinate of the turning point. So the formula we use when finding the y coordinate of the turning point is y is equals to 4ac minus b squared over 4a. Now, for us to use this equation, it requires you to expand this. So here we have y is equals to negative x plus 2 and the x minus 5. It requires you to expand that for you to use this formula. So we say when expanding, x is multiplying with all the elements in the next bracket, then also 2 should multiply with all the elements there. This becomes negative x times x, which is negative x squared. So y is equals to negative x squared. Negative x times negative 5, positive 5x. 2 times x, we have positive 2x. 2 times negative 5 of negative 10. These will be added. Negative x squared, you add these because they are like terms, going to get positive 7x minus 10. Okay, now where there is x squared, that is where the a is. Where there is b, where there is x is b, the constant is c. Remember the quadratic equation, isn't it? So it's the same thing. Now we're just using the formula for the maximum value of y. So we start replacing the values of these letters which are in the formula. Y is equals to 4 times the number at A, which is negative 1, times the number at C, which is negative 10, then minus the number at B, which is 7. So we're getting 7 squared over 4 times A, which is negative 1. Now you're simplifying this separately for you to avoid having wrong answers. So you say 4 times negative 1 is negative 4 times negative 10, which is negative 40, positive 40, then minus 7 squared, which is 7 times 7, giving you 49 over 4 times negative 1 is negative 4. Okay, then you subtract on top. We have 40 minus 49. Different signs to subtract and get the sign of the bigger number. So the bigger number there is 49. So subtract 49 minus 40, which we're getting 9. The sign of the bigger number should be negative. So negative 9 over negative 4. You divide the negative 4 into negative 9, it will give you a positive 1, positive 2, 1 over 4. Or if you want, you can leave it as a fraction, which is 9 over 4 as a fraction, but this one is way better. Now, of course, the coordinate, we can leave it as a improper fraction like that. So this is the answer for the y coordinate of the turning point, or the maximum value of y. Okay, thank you. Have a good day. May God bless you.